Greetings, everybody. What we got? 1.5. Want a two? Can I have a two? Is this a two? This is a two. Okay. So back on guitar after a long time. Took a little bit off because of my wrist. I did something to it, and it was hurting me. It was hurting to pick. This hand was cool. I could do this all day long, but the pick strokes were. It was popping and hurting. So took a little time off of it. It seems okay now. We will see what happens. We're in D here. Yeah, I haven't played in a while, and you can tell my technique here isn't as good anymore. Which on the 7 string, it hasn't ever really been that great. I went to these flow picks, man. These things are pretty cool. that track in my head just listening from what I had heard, but it didn't work out so well. Got new strings on it, so it's probably out of tune a little bit. Goes. Yeah, I did forget how it goes. Somewhere else. I don't know. Steve Vai. I forget that part. I need to work on that track. It's a pretty cool track by Steve. But just wanted to come on and play a bit, man, because it's been a long time since I've played. Trying out some new picks here. What about this 1.5? Let's see what that feels like. Not too bad. Not too bad. What's this one? That's a 2. I don't know what 2 is. Big ol' 3mm, dude. Wow, that's night and day for me. It's funny. People say you should use like a thick pick if you want to play fast and stuff like that. It seems to be true. It seems to work. This one is an 88. This was my preferred gauge for many, many years. The green Dunlop 88mm. Seems alright. 88 seems okay. That's my JP pick. We can't have that. What's this one? This one is a 1mm. I feel like I'm digging in harder with that than I am with this 3. It's almost like that 3 gives you more control. I'm not trying to play anything really musical. I'm just trying to see how the pick feels, and dude, this one, the 3, you don't seem like you want to go in so far inside the strings. You just want it to be on the outside, which is really what you should do when you're playing fast. Now that's a habit that I have, and I've had for years, is digging in too far on the string. So I want to go way up in here, and really, you can hear it with this pick. Like, really hard. Like, way in there, and it's slowing you down. But if you stay on the outside where you barely hear it, yeah. Huh. I mean, the arpeggios, everything seems clean. And that's angled, you know. I'm not straight on. It's sort of brushing it with the edge of the pick here. Just like that. Now I can't do it. Come on. My technique needs to be up. I need to play more. But I don't know. I mean, the only one we haven't tried yet is this 170. Is it a 70? 73 millimeter, which is basically a medium. Which 73 was what Paul Gilbert was using back when I first discovered him. That's too light for me. So I think it's going to be somewhat for me with these picks in the 2 range. 2 millimeter to 3 millimeter range. Check it out, my little Adam D figure. He's my practice buddy. He watches me practice and cheers me on with his really awesome devil horns and stuff. And then we have, of course, the JP pick, which I've used forever. And I will pick this one up, you know, which for me, I don't know, whatever gauge I have sitting here, which at the moment is a bunch of these, and whatever I grab is what I tend to use. But I'm thinking I'm liking these flow picks, man. These flow picks are pretty cool. This is the JP Jazz, and it's 2 millimeter thick. So I use a 2 millimeter. This is a 2. This is a 2.5 millimeter for this one. I haven't played it forever, man. Yeah, I gotta practice more. If I'm gonna play anything remotely musical. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching. That was a little overview of my new flow picks that I've got a hold of. This is just a variety pack, you know, it comes with 8 of them. So check it out if you want new picks to use. And all you guys out here that want to play fast, try some thicker picks. Make sure it has no give. Because this 73 here, it's medium. So when you come off these strings, the pick is flexing. And it takes longer for it to go back to this natural position through each pick stroke. as far as I understand. And it theoretically slows you down. But if you have a thicker pick like the 3 or the 2 or the 1, there's no give there, and it goes through the it goes through the strings, no issues. I'll let you go now. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and keep it metal out there. We'll see you next time.